Hi guys, we're back working on these today and I'm going to try something a little bit different. I'm going to use some texture medium and yeah, have a play. Gonna try and keep it really minimal, not overdo it. I've got some really lovely swooshes and I don't want to ruin them. There's a part of me that wants to keep some of them exactly as they are or maybe only add just one little swoosh of texture, but this is my least favourite of what we've got left, so I'm going to have a go on this one first and just see what happens. Not quite sure yet where it's going to go. Probably here, maybe a little bit here, I don't know, but yeah, let's get mixing up some textures and add it on. Okay, I'm not sure. I love the contrast between like the shininess of the pouring medium swoosh and the texture of this texture medium. I like the contrast of having like this higher up, this like raised levels in it, and I like the contrast between the colours as well, the dark texture and the light swoosh. I'm not sure I've got the composition right. I'm not sure whether to try adding another colour in as well, like the lighter blue, just kind of streak that through to make it a little bit more interesting. I think I'll try that on this one just to experiment on this one because it's not my favourite. I don't consider it completely ruined, but I'm probably about to do that. So yeah, I'm gonna mix in another colour and see how it looks. Okay, I've overdone it. Yeah, I am pretty sure I have overdone it. But it was fun to experiment and see how like the colours mix together a little bit. I quite like that like the blue is bled into the white a little bit in areas, but also there's some areas that are still really white. Yeah, it's quite hard to control even with my smallest palette knife, and I've managed to cover up all my lovely little bubbles, which is a bit annoying. I think one swoosh does plenty, and I think I just went a bit nuts on this one. But I do love the levels and I love the texture. I love the contrast. Obviously I love the colours, it goes without saying. Let me bring this up so you can see. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. There's one I had my eye on that I don't like the top part of it. I love this. This is one of my favourites. I love these little orange bits coming through where the bubbles were. And I think I just want to do one dark swoosh of texture here and maybe a little something here and then leave it. Hopefully I will be able to leave it. Let's give that a go now. I've recently discovered a new artist to me, musician artist, and I've been obsessively listening to their music and he's insanely talented. His name's Ren and I'm sure a lot of you may have already heard of him. He does busking in Brighton sometimes, which I'm like, oh, I wonder if I've ever heard him. But yeah, he's got such a range of styles that he can do, from rap to like ballads, and yeah, amazing. It's actually made me sort of fall in love with music again a little bit. I've always liked listening to music. I couldn't tell you what genres are my favourites really. If I hear a song I like it. But yeah, listening to his stuff just really made me appreciate music more. And so rather than watching something while I'm creating art today, I'm listening to Spotify. I've moved on from listening to his stuff, and he's done some stuff with Chinchilla, which are amazing, and then I started going down the Chinchilla rabbit hole and listening to her stuff, and now I am back listening to Swedish House Mafia and Tiny Temper. Not the sort of thing you think would inspire this kind of art, but there you go. This is so satisfying. Right, here we go. Let's ruin my favourite one. Just come back in to look at it, and it looks like it's got a hat on. Whatever the shape is, looks like it now has a hat. So let's try and sort that out. Whatever I do, I cannot cover over those orange dots. Maybe it's this bit as well. Maybe that's where the other bit goes. Okay, I'm not mad at it. Looks alright. Just needs to come down further, I think. Leave it, come back to it. Let's grab another one and add some to something else. The same blue, I think. This one. I like this one. It does look very dolphin-like. I don't like this little nubbin here. So... okay, I like this. I definitely think it looks better without that little bit. Now, do I come off of here a little bit? So hard, because it's not like anything. It's like I can't see like what it should look like. If that makes sense. Like, oh, if I put a bit over here, it'll look a bit more like a thing. Like, no, risking it. Okay, yep, leaving that one now. On to the next. This one has some beautiful little patterns in them. This yellow, but I don't like this bit. So I might link up the dark here somehow. Don't love the shape. Kind of got that wrong. I like it a bit flatter actually. And I don't like this edge. Maybe we should just cut across it. But I don't want to cut those bubbles off, so I think here. And we lose that little blob. Maybe here. Oh, we lost the blob. Loving these really. Go back to this one. I think I want to smooth out this top bit a little bit more. I quite like this. Not too sure on this. This one's not right. Do I add another colour to this one? Thinking, does this need to be bigger? Sure what to do with these swooshes. This isn't it. I don't think this is it. I don't love how these are turning out. I think they look alright, but I don't know. I preferred them before. I think that on their own, they're not enough of a thing. I don't think anyway. I don't know. I've just ordered a scanner, so hopefully that'll be here soon. And then when I create these lovely colourful swooshes, I can scan them in before I go and add stuff to them. Then at least I've got a digital copy that I can work into in other ways and experiment and try things without actually working on the actual thing. I'm not sure where to go from here. I want to try some more texture stuff. Maybe I try swooshing a couple of colours at the same time and use a different texture medium. So I'll use one that's not got this coarse sandy texture. Let's give that a go. Okay, so I'm not sure how people get it onto their palette knife. I guess like with another palette knife. So I use the colours that I already have mixed up with the pouring medium. So I've got a medium that makes the acrylic runny and a medium which mixed in with a medium which makes it thicker. So good job, Steph. I'm just gonna practice this on one of these practice sheets that I did for the actual swooshes. Okay, those three colours are not the best in that order, but let's give it a go. I wonder if you like mix them up a bit. See what that does. Yeah, a bit more of a mix. Quite like that because then it comes out a bit more like sort of pouring medium swooshes that I did rather than it being plain stripes. Okay, try it on this one. Okay, where are we? There we go. Loaded, ready to go. Yeah, it's got to be in this area, isn't it? Because these bits are lovely. Kind of want to do it across it. I'm not fussed about covering that up, so... How much do you keep scraping to reveal what's going on in there? Should we use a bit more? Ah, I like it, but do we do a bit more? Cover up a little bit here? I like that. One more. Look at that! That looks nice. I like that. I think I'll work into it with the dark, add in a few little bits maybe, I don't know. What can we do? What can we do? What can we do? This is where I wish I was recording with a different device to my phone so that I could take pictures as I'm going along. I can get screenshots, but it's not quite the same. We need some more dark up here. I like that. The composition's not right, but I love this effect. Let's go again. Go again, go again. This one, we'll do the same again. This one hasn't got the kind of greeny turquoisey colour, so we won't use that one. Just kind of splotching it on in random places. Bit of the light stuff. I follow some people on Instagram who do textured stuff like this and use like or really thick, is it high viscosity paints, and do kind of colourful swooshes like this, and I would love to see how they do it. A lot of them don't actually put process videos up to show like how they put the colours onto the palette knife. Where are we going for this one? Across it, do you think? Across the bottom? Again, there's some lovely bits in there I don't want to cover up. Across the top? We've got stuff going on here. I think we go with it, and then across. The colours start to mix together, don't they? But at the start and down the edges you can see them all. Yeah, that's good. I like that one. Do we do it one more time? One more time. Right, we've got this one left and this one left. And I can't bring myself to work into this one. I'm going to wait for my scanner to arrive before I even think about touching that one. But this one, so we'd want dark, that one, no turquoise, and I need to mix up some orange and yellow. Ooh, not on those colours yet. Not mixed in any white yet, but I don't think I want to. I love this orange. I'm so glad that I managed to mix like an orange that I really like. Okay, let's do this. I think we're gonna go quite heavy with the orange because currently it's not got a lot of that on there. Got to think about where I'm gonna put this swipe as well. I did think doing these smaller pieces I wouldn't end up making as much of a mess of myself, of my clothes, but it's quite evident that I'm just clumsy when it comes to my paints, and I will get them everywhere regardless of how big the piece of work is or how concentrated I'm being. This one might not go so well because we might end up making some greens, which is not what I want. Oh, looks like that's where we'd be putting the swipe. Oh, I really like this one. I don't want to ruin it. I'm going to have to mix up some of that lighter coloured one. Oh, nearly dropped it again. Another one-handed mix while everything else is starting to pour off my palette knife. Well, the prep for this one's been a bit of a disaster. There we go, there's the loaded palette knife. Let's try and make something interesting. Okay, we did. Yep, I like that. Do I go again? It went well first swipe. Don't love what I just did there, but it's not completely ruined it, I don't think. Hopefully. I don't know. You tell me what you think. Better. That's better. Yes. No more touching it. Got some height on that one. Let me see what I'm doing, what I'm showing you. I like it. We got a lot of orange coming through, a lot of yellow, and we can still see all these lovely yellow bits popping through on the initial swipe. And down here we've got some lovely blues just at the start, and I really like how you get these gaps, separates in this texture medium as well as the little bubbles there, so it's kind of reflected in both, which is really nice. And it looks like there's sort of little bubbles coming up in it still. Where's my pointy? Let's see if that's a bubble that can be popped. No, maybe it's a lump of paint, or I don't know. But yeah, I love how we've got this little hole here that shows the blue underneath and here, and you can see that's where the edge of the initial swipe is, so you've got a bit of white coming through as well, and the white there and this gap. Oh yeah, I really like that one. Gosh, people that do those pieces like that must get through so much paint and medium, and you never know how it's going to turn out. Quite exciting, but nerve-wracking at the same time. Yeah, I love that one. Right, I'm just going to get a bit of card out and use up the last of this and have a little experiment without working into my final swoosh. I'm going to keep that one. I found these. These are all little cut-offs from something, or are they? Can't remember what they're from, but they're not too thick. Last of this paint. Okay, these are cool. Some of them not so much. Like that is just me getting the last of my stuff off my palette knife. But I like this. I like this. I love this. This is quite cool. This one's quite cool. And this is cool. And yeah, I think some of these are really cool. That one. Look at that. I think they're so cute as well, being on a small little bit of card. That one's cool. I don't love that one so much, but that again was like just the last dregs of what was on my palette knife. Look at that, so cool. I love this effect. This one's a bit clumpy because it's all the very last bits that have started to dry up, but it's cool. I like it. That one's my favourite. Right, I think I'm going to finish this video there. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed watching me experiment with texture medium and creating these colourful swooshes. I've really enjoyed it, and I've come out with some results that I really like, especially these, but also like this worked out really well. The coarse texture medium didn't work out as well as I had hoped. I might try it again with that granulated stuff and do like the multicoloured like this, because before I was just doing the granulated stuff on its own and then layering it, but I think this works really well, just piling it all onto the palette knife and then doing a big swoosh. Yeah, there's an artist called Little Dude, I think it's Little Dude, who does these swooshes and then like draws little characters on them, and I'm not quite skilled like that. I don't want to do that, and obviously that's copying her as well. I think just having these small little pieces just full of colour like this work really well. I don't know if I would want to work into them anymore. I think it works what she does because it's so subtle and small, but I can't think of anything right now that I would want to add that would be like unique to me but add something extra to the piece, so we'll see. But yeah, I've loved making these, so I hope you enjoyed seeing what I created, and maybe you want to have a go at creating something similar. I literally just used light modelling paste and some colours that I'd already pre-mixed up with pouring medium. I probably wouldn't recommend using pouring medium. I would just go with straight acrylics mixed with the modelling paste and then swipe away and see what you get. It looks so cool. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye!